which books would you recommend our esteemed audience to read in order to enhance their understanding of financial education and investment? Mr. Nabe.
Thank you, Elias. I think the first and most important book is Rich Dad Poor Dad. How many have read that? How many people have read Rich Dad Poor Dad? I think it's one of the best books, especially for the youth and anyone who wants to learn about financial education. But another great book that you can also read and get financial education, and the good thing is that we also have the author in the house, is a Breakthrough Mpenyo by Coach James. So it's written in 2 languages, in Swahili and English. It's a great book because James has got into contact with very many investors, corporates, and he has learned a lot about investing. He has traveled the world, and when he wrote that book, when I went through the book, it was amazing. So that's my book number 2. Book number 3 is about a friend of mine, it's written by a friend of mine called Gaston Tweve, and he calls it Daniel the Hub. Daniel the Hub, what can I call it in English? It's like whenever we get money, we pay other people first, and we forget about ourselves. So that is what he calls Daniel the Hub. So we must take it in consideration. Whenever you get 1,000 shillings, pay yourself first. Because when it comes to financial education, I think the 4 most important things you need to know is how to make money, how to save, investing, and the last thing that we all know is spending. Everyone has a PhD in spending. False? True. So the first 3 things are the things that make us struggle in life. How to create income, how to save it, and then multiplying it, investing it. I think those 3 books can, I won't give a long list because most people buy books and don't read them. I've got to learn about that. And actually, my latest book is called 10 Sins of Personal Development that people commit. And one of the sins, sin number 1, buying books and not reading them. Thank you, Elias.
What is the future of some of these new areas of investment? Things like cryptocurrency, forex, mutual funds. Where do you see it in the future, Mr. Mwang'amba?
Well, first of all, I would like to congratulate you, Ejaz, for always putting up amazing events that truly benefit people. So big up. So that's the way it works. And every time I come to a seminar like this, I'll pick up some really amazing ideas that will change me and take me to another step. For instance, when you just opened up, you said, I think it was you quoted Kiyosaki, and you said, the way to wealth, it's not about how much money you make, it's rather how much money you can keep and how hard that money works for you. Now that part, the final part now, I've heard it like 1,000,000 times, but today I got it differently. Like how hard that money works for you. It hit me like boom! I was like, okay, when I leave here, I'll make my money work harder. So yeah. One of the pitfalls that a lot of young or new investors make is basically to go into some areas of investment in which they don't have a lot of knowledge. So I would say, you know, whether it's crypto, it's real estate, it's NFS, or it's mutual funds, I think the key is to make sure that you truly know what you're getting into. I think Warren Buffett has this famous saying that you have to investigate before you invest. Wow. You have to investigate before you invest. So, I'm not against cryptos, I'm not against Forex, But because I haven't investigated a lot in these areas, therefore I don't normally go into them. And whoever wants to go into them, I mean, just do your due diligence. We were told here by one of the speakers to have an R&D, right?
Yeah.
Like do a lot of researches and find out whatever it is that you need to find, then move on with an informed mindset. So that would be my take on all of
Thank you.
I'm going to be very realistic. I'm not going to beat around the bush and start saying networking is capital, idea is capital. We all know that. But your really question is in terms of money, monetary. I have no money.
Yeah.
Can I become an investor? I don't think anyone here has reached to that point of saying, I have that much money. At every point, somewhere will say, I still need money, because you have something to do with that money. So this is not going to just students or people who have startups, but even people who have big businesses that are ongoing. Can I still become an investor? To add on to that, I would say we start with, what do you have first? What do you have that can make you money? In my experience, I'm a mother of 3, by the way, so I will give you my experience. In my experience, I thought what I had the most was my expenses. I'll spend so much money and I'll still say I don't have money. Just my younger kid, the last one, will spend over 400,000 per month on diapers and everything. I will still say I don't have money. But if you compare it with some other family, they will still say 400,000 is enough for them. But this is just a budget for my baby. So how can I invest and I don't have money? But in reality, I'm here breathing, that means I've spent somewhere. The fact that you're here, you have something going on, you just don't know how to allocate it. So I would say the first thing is to use other people's money. Make use of someone else's money when you don't have yours. There are so many different ways of doing that.
Okay, tulizungumza kuhusu mambo mengi sana. Kwa ufupi tulizungumza kuhusu hati fungani, stocks, bonds, property, real estate na uwekeze wapi. Yani kuna vitu vingi siku hizi vijana wanaulizia kuhusu uwekezaji. How do you succeed as an investor? Na kuna vijana pia wanaulizwa kama mimi kama sina mtaji, sina hela, sina fedha, sasa niwekeze wapi? Nianzaje kuwa mwekezaji? Na kwa hiyo tulikuwa na maspika wengi mashuhuri katika mambo za kifedha, mambo za uwekezaji kama Mr. Deo Kalawe, yeye ni mahiri katika mambo za property investment. Mr. James Mwang'amba, Mr. Rodric Nabe, pamoja na haya Miss Doris Mama Mia. Kwa hiyo tunaomba kwamba watu wamejifunza kutokana na hiyo hafla na Tanzania tuendelee kuwa. Unajua Tanzania tuna potential kubwa sana. Tunaweza kufanikiwa katika mambo mengi sana, ila tu ile that step of taking action, ile ku-apply concept, bado tunaregea nyuma. Kwa hiyo tuendelee kufanya bidii, tuendelee kufanya juhudi na tujifunze mambo kama haya, stocks, bonds, investment, na nadhani kwamba Watanzania wengi sana watafanikiwa. Ushauri wangu kwa Watanzania ni endelea kujifunza, endelea kupata elimu ya kifedha na usiogope kuchukua risk. Yes, calculated risk. Sio unaenda kuwekeza hela zako zote kwenye eneo fulani, hapana. Jifunze na usiogope kuchukua risk. Sawa, uwekeza, unaweza ukakosa mafanikio katika eneo fulani, lakini uweze ukajua katika eneo ile unaweza kupata mafanikio, unaweza kunufaika. Kwa hiyo endelea kuwekeza kwenye stocks, bonds, kabla yake kwanza pata elimu, alafu unaweza kuwekeza. Jifunze kuhusu financial statements, income statements, asset, vitu vya thamani, liabilities. Learn and I'm sure you will succeed. Na usikate tamaa, hata kama haujafanikisha kupata fedha, haujaweza kuwa na uhuru wa kifedha, usikate tamaa.
Kaka nakupigia dakika moja mkeka nakuja tunautoa. Niko na wazungu hapa kidogo na kikao nao. No problem, my phone. Unasikia? Okay. Haya. Ule mkeka nakuja tunautoa kupitia Wasafi Bet. Sasa nyinyi ndo wale wazungu ambao nilikuwa nasubiri tuongee. Hi, good morning. Eka bwana huko. Sasa na hivi ndivyo jinsi rahisi ya kujisajili kwenye beti yetu pendwa ya Wasafi Bet. Unaingia kwenye browser yako ya simu janja, unaandika www.wasafibet.co.tz. Sasa sisi tumefocus zaidi kwenye kujisajili. Tunabonyeza kitufe cha jisajili ambacho kina rangi ya manjano. Tunakutana na kitu namba ya simu, neno la siri, thibitisha neno la siri. Na hiyo ndiyo njia rahisi ya kujisajili na Wasafi Bet. Jisajili leo, ushinde.